Nora had always dreamt of city life. The towering skyscrapers, the neon lights reflecting off rain-slicked streets, the hum of people chasing their futures, it was everything she had wanted. Enrolling at San Myshuno University was the first step toward her independence. But she never imagined that her life would spiral into something out of a gothic nightmare. It started with him. He was a quiet presence in her literature class. Leon. Pale skin, piercing green eyes, and a small scar tracing his right eye. There was something about his gentle smile that made her breath hitch. Something about the way he moved. Graceful, almost inhumanly smooth. She noticed how the light never quite reached his skin the way it should, how his voice carried a velvety undertone that sent shivers down her spine. They first spoke when she dropped her book near him. He picked it up, brushing his fingers against hers. Cold, unnaturally cold. She ignored the shiver racing up her arm. "Thanks," she murmured. He merely smiled. Weeks passed, and their paths kept crossing. At the library, the coffee shop near campus, the rooftop garden she liked to visit. It was as if he was always nearby, watching over her. One evening, after a long study session, he finally approached her outside the university gates. "You shouldn't walk alone this late," he said, his voice gentle yet firm. She raised an eyebrow. "You always seem to be around when I do." A smirk played on his lips, but he said nothing more. Instead, he walked beside her, keeping pace in the dimly lit streets. She didn't mind. There was something oddly comforting about his presence. Then, the shadows came. While walking home alone one evening, she felt the air shift. A presence, unseen but heavy, weighed down on her senses. The streets were empty, yet the silence screamed with danger. She turned a corner and saw them. 3 figures, pale as moonlight, their eyes glimmering red in the darkness. They weren't just men, they were something else, something hungry. Fear clenched her chest as one stepped forward. "Fresh blood," he hissed, a blur of motion. Suddenly, Leon was there. "She's not yours," he said, his voice calm but edged with warning. The attackers lunged. The world turned into a blur of motion, Leon moving faster than she could comprehend, a vicious dance of power. She barely saw him fight, only glimpses of the creatures recoiling, hissing, then vanishing into the night. Nora stumbled back, her breath ragged. What are you?" Leon hesitated. Then, without a word, he vanished into the shadows. For days, she avoided him. Fear warred with curiosity. The way those attackers had looked, the way Leon had moved. It wasn't human. She couldn't deny what she had seen. The answer was terrifying. But she couldn't stay away. It was at the rooftop garden, their unspoken sanctuary, where she finally confronted him. "I know what I saw," she said softly. "Tell me the truth." Leon exhaled, running a hand through his hair. "I wanted to tell you, but I didn't want to scare you away." "Too late for that." She folded her arms, though the fear was no longer the strongest emotion inside her. "Are there more like you?" "Yes. Some are not as kind. Those you saw, they're dangerous. They would have killed you." A chill ran through her, but she forced herself to meet his gaze. "And you? Are you dangerous?" A long pause. "I don't want to be." That answer lingered between them for weeks. She asked questions. He answered them carefully, revealing pieces of a world she had never known existed. He told her of the old laws that governed vampires, of the factions fighting for dominance in the city. He spoke of those who saw humans as nothing more than food, and those, like him, who refused to give in to their darker instincts. Trust formed slowly. Her fear dulled, replaced by curiosity, then something deeper, a connection she couldn't deny. One night, under the glow of the city's skyline, he spoke the words that left her breathless. "I love you, Nora." She felt the weight of those words, the sincerity behind them. He wasn't just a creature of the night, he was Leon, the quiet boy in her literature class, the one who had saved her, the one who had always been there watching over her. Taking a deep breath, she reached for his hand. "I love you too." He smiled, that soft, boyish smile she had come to cherish. And for the first time, she wasn't afraid. But danger still lurked in the shadows, and their story was far from over.